Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and I'm going to give my first impressions on the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Lite. This is one of Xiaomi's latest mid-range phones and I personally paid $310 US for this device. So what are we getting here for $310? We have a 6.47 inch 1080p AMOLED display. We have a 64 megapixel primary lens camera. We have 6 gigabytes of RAM. This also comes in an 8 gigabyte RAM configuration for additional money, and we have a 5200 milliamp hour battery. Should provide excellent battery life. The phone is powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 730G, which is basically a Snapdragon 730 but is overclocked for additional graphics performance, primarily in gaming. We'll cover the rest of the specs throughout the course of the video, but let's take a look now at the Mi Note 10 Lite. First, just wanted to take a look at the box here. Very cool design. It's nice to see the manufacturers put some time and care into their boxing presentation. Really, the only other phone that I've reviewed on the channel with similar coloration like this on the box is the Samsung Galaxy Fold. So even devices like the Samsung Galaxy S20, it doesn't have this really cool design. So just nice to see that here from Xiaomi. But enough talk, let's check out the Mi Note 10 Lite. Have our device on top. Put that to the side for a second. Have a nicely sized pamphlet here. On the top, we have our SIM ejection tool. On the inside here, we get a case, in addition to a warranty card and some pretty thick documentation. Taking a look at the case, have your standard plastic case. It is very bendy. Feels like it has a very good amount of grip to it. So we'll definitely check out that case later. Here's our charging brick. This phone is capable of 30-watt fast charging. And if you order this phone in the US like I did, in the box, you will also get a US plug adapter to go with your charging brick. And lastly, we have our USB Type A to Type C charging cable. And a nice feel here on the charging cable feels similar to Google Pixel charging cables, which I've always liked those. Let's check out the Mi Note 10 Lite. Wow, all right, taking a first look here at the back of the Mi Note 10 Lite, we have the Glacier white color here. This also comes in Nebula purple and Midnight black, but this color setup looks very similar to the Galaxy S10 line, but it actually has a bit more flair than I think it does on the S10. There's just more hues and more colors coming in depending on what light you put this phone in. We have a very unique looking camera module here for our quad camera setup. What I like the most about this camera setup is that it's very flush against the phone. The only other phone I've seen this year with that sort of setup is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Lite. Something else to also consider is that this phone has a pretty decent amount of heft at 202 grams. We have that glass front and back, and that 5200 milliamp hour battery is definitely adding to the weight of this phone, but with its rounded design and everything, it still feels pretty nice. It's just worth noting that it has much more weight and thickness than some other mid-range phones currently on the market. On the right side, we have our power and volume buttons, and on the bottom, we have our dual SIM tray, and again, no expandable storage on this phone. On the left side, we have nothing. On the top, we have a mic and an IR blaster, and on the bottom, we have our speaker, Type-C port, and a headphone jack. But now let's go ahead and boot up the Mi Note 10 Lite. All right, so our first look at the display here, we can see that teardrop cutout design for the front-facing camera. Personally, I prefer the hole punch design on some of these Samsung mid-range phones. It is super minimal, very small, doesn't take up much space at all. Very non-intrusive, but honestly, when you get to use a phone like this with that teardrop design, you're really going to forget about it and it doesn't really intrude too much in your day-to-day use. And we also, of course, have that curved design here on the edges of the screen. And this is something that was coming to the more premium phones in the market, but now it's going away because people aren't liking the accidental touches. They just want a flat display, but we'll see how much it really intrudes with your day-to-day use. There is some bezel here on the sides, but I'm going to go ahead and set up the phone and we'll be back to take a look at the OS. All right, so I've been using the Mi Note 10 Lite for a couple of hours here, and I am liking a lot of aspects of this phone. So let's start out with unlocking and getting into the device. So we do have face recognition on here. I'll show you that again. Very quick. One more time. Very quick. So then we also have the fingerprint sensor here down at the bottom. It's in a very nice position, and it is yet to fail on me. It has worked every time I've tried it out. It doesn't matter if my thumb is a little bit off of that circular sensor there. It's an optical fingerprint sensor. It really unlocks it every single time. No issues at all with that. All right, now quickly looking at the OS and UI here, everything opens up great, very smooth navigation within the home screens. I have my swipe gestures set up at the bottom here for different navigation types. So instead of hitting the buttons, I much prefer having those buttons gone and just swiping in the middle to go to the home screen, and very easily accessing all of your recent applications by just holding down a little bit and swiping up. All right, so let's jump into some use cases here. Let's jump over to Amazon. Works perfectly well, all these different images and graphics and such. No lag at all. Very easy to scroll through this. Now let's jump into some YouTube content. Let's bring it over here to the channel. So Samsung's Galaxy A71, Note 10 Lite, and S10 Lite are three of the latest mid-range smartphone offerings from Samsung, which all offer an excellent user experience. The single bottom-firing primary speaker is okay. It's not great. I think it's better on my Samsung devices. Also, something to consider with that speaker is that it's on the left side of the device opposed to the right side where it can be found on many devices. And when this speaker gets blocked, there is really no sound at all coming through. I'll give you an example here. 2020 smartphone standards and Samsung's latest One UI 2.0 or 2.1, which has been on all Samsung devices I have used from budget to flagship. So you're gonna have to get used to just switching over to the other side. Whenever you open up a game, it's gonna open up in this orientation, which is gonna be covering that speaker grill. So every time you open up something, you're gonna have to turn your phone around. It's really not that huge of a deal, but problem with this is that then your hand and fingers will be on your camera module, and then you're gonna have to clean that off every time you wanna shoot photos or take videos. Next, let's take this over to some gaming. So I'm gonna play 3 games for you guys. We're gonna play Stardew Valley, Call of Duty Mobile, and PUBG Mobile. All right, so I have Stardew Valley up here, and really the main thing I look for is if there's any jaggedness when your camera screen is moving to follow the character, or zooming in and out. That can usually cause a lot of lag on some of my lower end processor phones. And honestly, this is handling it very well. The bezels are very minimal here, so not really digging into the game all too much. Only thing I want to mention is, again, with that curved screen, I know it may not seem like a huge deal, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers bring it up and talk about it, but it shows here in a real life use case. Like in this example, one of my tools up here in the top left corner, it's just on a curve here. It just kind of feels weird to be reaching up for that tool there and hitting it on this upper corner. It's almost like it's facing away from me, even though I'm looking directly at the screen. It kind of gives a warped look to the top and bottom of your display. I wish it would just be a flat display. So definitely something to just keep in mind if you're thinking about purchasing this phone or any phone with a curved screen. Next, let's take it over to Call of Duty Mobile. So we're going to turn the graphics settings onto high here and see how it performs. Unfortunately, I'm having some connectivity issues, but overall here, the game is running pretty smoothly, just little stutters here and there, but really nothing major. All right, PUBG Mobile also looking good here. It's not perfectly smooth, but it runs well, and I'm able to play the game comfortably without any issues. All right, jumping back to the cameras now. Even though this looks a lot different than the phones we've been covering on the channel lately, this is a very similar camera setup. We have a 64 megapixel primary lens, we have an ultra wide lens, a depth sensor, in addition to a macro lens, which is the same exact setup we find on other mid-range phones like the Galaxy A51 and 71. Taking a quick look at some first initial photos here, I'm really impressed with how these first few photos came out. Really liking the camera setup here on the Mi Note 10 Lite. And the battery life seems to be holding up very, very well. I've been using this phone all day, setting it up, downloading hundreds of apps, playing games, taking photos, browsing the web, watching YouTube, and really only a small fraction of the battery has been depleted so far. You do have to deal with a bit of a thicker phone, and it's definitely heavier, but you're definitely not gonna have to worry about battery life at all on this phone. And that's gonna bring us to my first impressions on the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Lite, and honestly, I am super impressed with this phone. This is my first Xiaomi phone I've ever taken a look at, and I am really impressed with everything Xiaomi is packing and offering here for the $310 US price point. I mean, from pretty much every aspect, from having a nice always-on display, for getting into your phone quickly with quick unlocking, quick fingerprint sensor. I love how it just shuts off right away as soon as you hit the power button. All the use cases I've thrown at this phone today, it's handled all of them well. This is definitely a competent chipset. alongside this MIUI 11. Everything has just been a very enjoyable and seamless experience here. Now, it's definitely not perfectly smooth. I mean, sometimes you're scrolling through stuff and sometimes there's just a little bit of stutter or a little bit of lag every now and then. But honestly, within the home screen and navigating apps and such, there's no lag there. Very well refined UI. Having that excellent battery life, having a headphone jack, Type-C, 30-watt charging, great camera system, premium look and build here. Honestly, for $310, I think this is an excellent value. I'll be curious to know what you guys think of this phone, so definitely let me know down in the comments your thoughts on the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Lite. And also, while I still have you here, I want to quickly thank you guys so much for 100,000 subscribers. We just hit it in the course of making this video. So again, to the 2% of you who have subscribed to my channel over the past year, thank you so much for getting us to this point. I'm so excited to bring you guys a lot more content. But on that note, please consider subscribing to the Shane Symonds YouTube channel today and hitting that bell icon for notifications so you don't miss the next video. Hope to see you guys around for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.